Okay. Yesterday was all right. Today we still got the same little bit of breeze over here. Can see partly cloudy skies, which I'm all for. Don't have to get a sunstroke while you're out here. I decided to bring one of the reels that I modified myself. This is a GARCIA Silver Max. I bought this reel brand new and did the modifications on it. Again, replaced the drag with a carbon fiber drag. The handle is carbon fiber handle with ball bearing grips on it, which is very nice, very smooth. And again, mag brake system on here, which I happen to like a lot. Like I said, the bearings I changed out to some real high performance stuff. Take this off. Dead center screen. You see that white thing in there? That's full ceramic bearings. Usually bearings are metal. Races with metal metal balls in it. This one I bought ceramic. So there's ceramic bearing on the supports of the spool. The spool is also heavily modified spool, so that it can, much lighter. This is, I got this loaded with 4-pound test. We'll fiddle with this a little. I just came out here to see if this would cast or not. I want to thank all the subs. Thank you very much, folks. Felt good being able to get out and make a few casts, even though, here, this is what I'm casting with. See, a little 5-gram lead sinker. So no hooks, just a little lead sinker for get some practice in. See how well my little reel works. So make sure that the reel seat's tight, mags are fully adjusted up, that wind still feels like it's at my back, which is good. And this rod, this is like I said, the reel is an GARCIA Silver Max. Silver Max. Silver Max, 6 ball bearings. It's got more than that now. I think there's 2 each in these handles. So 6, 8, 10 bearings in here. Yeah, they count the ones in the handle. So gonna try and make a few casts with this and see if I could stay away from the bird's nest. Every time I come out, I know I forget something. And today it was my Real Magic, that spray that I like a lot. That keeps your line in really good shape. So this will be working without it. So I'll just grab a little spot over here. I don't see anybody catching any fish over here. And take this position up here. See, that water is really murky. Okay, so starting out again. Mag's fully up. The most resistance on the mag. The spool end play has been adjusted so that there's little to no end play in here at all. And then took me forever to upload that video last night too. So we get this. Start out by taking a little easy cast. Very nice. Very nice. And the retrieve ratio on this is 6:4 to 1. Kind of a little bit on the low side for, ultralight. There, you can hear them bearings, boy. I love them. Go figure, Dodge Challenger with the pedal to the metal. Okay, now I'll start loosening up that mag. Seeing what kind of distance I can get out of this. And I think I see jellyfish down there. So I'll do 2 clicks, see what happens. No backlash, relatively the same distance. And yes, this is what I love doing. Only I like doing it with in an area where there's fish. So I'll give it another click, loosen it up a little more. This pops them right out there nice too. So it's just a matter of adjusting that mag a little bit more to get more distance out of this. Oh, there was a little something followed this in, maybe a little snapper blue. Love the sound of them bearings. It's not too bad. For fishing crappie or trout, this would be real nice. This is a Shakespeare Agility. This was another cheapie from Amazon. This is 7 foot. They're claiming ultralight, 2 to 6 pound test on this, but they're not exactly giving lure weights on here, which is all right. Ultralight, you're basically going to be using really light lures. So, okay, so that, no backlash yet. Puts them out there pretty well. Nothing, no backlash. Looks like I got a little burn from yesterday. Should I get for living in that apartment, not getting out. Today I was able to walk. So, wanted to keep that up. Yeah, that's putting them out there. I can see, okay. So we'll loosen up that mags again. See if I can get more distance out of it. Now the crappie rigs I use are gonna be something like a float and a jig. Little crappie jig. So that should weigh a lot more than this 5 gram weight. And the reel had no objections to getting that out there that time. Reel it in, reel it in, reel it in. And I'll back it off one more. One. Here we go, one more. One more. Still no objections. It looks like I gained about 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet maybe on the cast distance, so that's good. And this reel, it's just Abu Garcia. Again, not their best, but these certainly were a mainstay of the fishing industry. Yeah, that's going out there pretty good. Mainstay of the fishing industry. So, like I said, I bought these brand new in the box. These sat in boxes until I had all the parts I wanted ordered. Then I lined up all the parts, pulled this reel apart, put in the custom carbon drag washers in here, greased the drag washers up with Penn, P-E-N-N, Penn drag washer lube, specifically for drag washers. So, and this is Cabela's Camo 4-pound test monofilament. I love the sound of those bearings. That's the reason I love. See, spinning reel. I love spinning reels. They're excellent, especially when you're throwing light stuff. You can really throw light stuff with a spinning reel. This is conventional. Spinning reel has the rotating head. It's the one people are more likely to see. So we'll back this off. One more. See what happens. Just watched a video, Long Island Audit. Sean is his first name. Doing his thing, man. First Amendment protected activity, and that whole place, that whole town in Connecticut, I think it's Connecticut, what he said, they're nuts. They're just crazy over there. The whole police department, everybody, from the front desk down, the security guards all lost their minds. That's what happens when these, you see, organized crime stopped wearing suits. And they started putting on those blue uniforms. So now the mob is kind of changed hands. Kind of changed the owners. Now the government's extorting money from you. Like they always have been. Anything they can do. I'll see if I can post that in the descriptions on this, that the link to Sean's video there. You watch it. You see how obstinate and petulant those little wicked little children are. They don't know. They got guns, badges, and they don't even know the law. They don't even know the law. Before they get issued a gun and a badge, they should be asked to recite at least the, preambles to the constitutional rights. None of them know what it is. None of them know what the First Amendment is. None of them know what the Second Amendment is. None of them know what the Fourth Amendment is. None of them know what the Fifth Amendment is. None of them know what the 14th is. And the judges, you would think the judges knew better. That was a point Sean made in that video. Was that how the heck did the judge figure that they had probable cause to issue a warrant for his arrest when you read the complaint? It doesn't rise to the level of a complaint. It just doesn't. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Everybody out having fun in their party barges. That's a nice little thing. Boy, that'd be nice. Taking that out on a reservoir. Relaxing in the shade over there. Look at that. Nice. Nice. So back to here. Okay, so one-handed, it looks like, I don't know, it looks like 60, 70 feet at least. I don't have a rangefinder and I didn't walk it off, so. That will back off one more. That's one more click. I just backed it off. Less resistance. Spool still looks like it's behaving itself. So, Sean's a very good auditor. Always remains calm. And the whole beginning of his video is the police explaining. He FOIA'd their cameras, their body cams. Cops talking to the people in the building that he's in. Oh, yeah, we know this guy. And, he's always polite. He's always this and that. That's, direct contradiction of what they said in the complaint. But You know, if there's one thing you can expect from your public officials, it's that they're cowards and liars. And that goes hand in hand. Cowardice and lying, hand in hand. So, I'll see if I can include that link for that video. I love the sound of those bearings. And the spool is almost empty. Almost empty. So I'm casting out most of the line that's on here. Pretty cool. Maybe I'll even switch this one up and make one rod. This one, maybe I'll do with a braided line. I have some Berkeley Spectra or Dyneema. Man, that's almost totally empty. Wow. It's still behaving itself. Yeah, maybe a couple more yards of line on here. Restring it. One more click. Boom, one more click. Still behaving itself. Where am I at with the adjustment? Let me see. Not quite halfway. So, yeah, usually if you're going to modify a reel and you start out with a brand new reel, you're going to wind up with some pretty pleasing results. Oh, I love the way that sounds. It's like the old cartoons you see with the fishing reel. You hear that buzzing noise. That's part of the magic for me. Yeah, so far this one. Well, the reel itself is much nicer than those other reels because it is an Abu and they have certain standards with their reels. Like the gears in them are normally metal and not plastic. This one, I believe, has both. But it has metal where it counts. Adding to the weight of the reel. Those the plastic ones I had, very lightweight. And how much pressure are you going to be putting on an ultralight reel? Not a whole lot. I mean, that's what they make drags for. We'll click one more. Okay. Very nice. Almost completely empty. Still behaving itself. Not quite halfway on the adjustment. Yeah, so this is Shakespeare Agility. Right off of Amazon. 7 foot. And again, when I saw these, figured I better jump on them. And it wasn't like there were a whole lot of these around. As a matter of fact, when I unwrapped these things and I realized that they were actually totally serviceable and decent little rods, I went back to order another one. They were gone. They were gone. Love that sound. Not that dog barking, but the sound of these bearings buzzing around. So, this is 19 minutes. Maybe we'll cut this one short at 19. Or somewhere around there. We'll see. Okay. Whew, that throws them. So for crappie, this should be dynamite. This should be really, really nice for crappie. Even for trout. You can catch trout on light line. Their teeth. I've hooked up with trout on light line, and we were able to land them. They didn't wind up chewing through the line, which is good when you got a big fish on, and I'm talking like over 2 pounds. When you got a big fish on, it's nice that your line holds together. So we'll take one more down. Okay, one more click. And still behaving itself. That's why I like mags so much better on reels. They adjust so much better. And these are very comfortable too, by the way, the hand grips. And again, they're carbon fiber. Usually the handles are made out of aluminum. So that was another little custom touch. So it's casting about the same because it's stopping about the same spot on the spool every time. Nah, you're not going to see a fish jump. This is still just a lead weight. Let's see, a little off to this side. Boom. Very nice. Very nice. And it does take a little while to break these reels in. And I mean, a couple days. You're turning the handles and getting the gears to interface with each other. And they just get really nice and smooth, silky smooth. My Shimano Corrado DC, that is silky smooth. That's a nice reel. That was like 270, I think. Very nice reel. Little. See, I already cast well. The computer in the Corrado DC was to manage backlash, line management. And I already cast halfway decent to the point that, I'd know immediately whether that thing was working or not. And it works well. Overhyped? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I'm going to try and pull one more click off of this. We're almost towards the halfway point on that adjustment. And if I was interested in catching these, I'd be using something like a little Cashmaster, a little spoon, little silver spoon, or a jig. I didn't mind getting chopped up because them bluefish, even on those little snappers, they just ruin lures. They just chew them all to pieces. So soft plastics, you get a couple casts out of them, and then it starts getting expensive. Casting about the same every time. Very nice. That leaves me with only a tiny bit of line to fight the fish. Oh, here's another. The thinner the diameter, the more line you could pack onto a spool. So we have 2 spools. One with a 10-pound test on it and one with 2-pound test on it. The one with 10-pound test might hold 150 yards. The one with 2-pound test on it might hold 250 yards. So, depending on how you play the fish, if you can hang into it and not break them off, you can land them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, one of these days, hopefully before I pass away, what? What the heck is that? Piece of junk. What is that? A leaf. A leaf. And these ceramic bearings, you could run these totally dry. And I love the way they sound when they're totally dry. You know, the people that are standing around you definitely turns heads when they hear them bearings. Because it's not like anything you've heard in a conventional reel before. It's a lot louder. See, now that's only got tiny bit left on the spool. So far, no backlashes. Very happy with that. 4-pound test. Ultralight rod. Ultralight bait casting rod, no less. And that to me is so satisfying, that whirring noise and then the click. Zzz, click. What the heck is that? What the heck? Oh, I see it. You can barely see the plane above it. My eyes are so shot. All I saw was this object flying across the horizon. Very nice. Love this. So even if I get over to a little school pond, that'll be pretty cool. If there's crappie there or big bass, that'll be pretty good. I haven't caught a crappie in quite a while. See, no headaches, no fuss, no muss. You set the reel up right. Take your time, get some practice in. Practice casting. You don't always need to be throwing hooks around. Boom, that's popping that out there. And again, that's a little 5-gram weight. Hey, that guy that just yelled, "There's a line in the water, bro," is the guy that was crowding me the other day. Oh, yeah, right? Line in the water, bro. And none of these people, that's what sucks about being down here in these tourist places. These people figure they got more right, and you'll never see these people during the entire off season, which is like seven months off season, 8 months off season down here. And you never see these people. But once they get down here, they want you to know that they're more important than anybody. They throw their garbage, dirty diapers, empty dope bags out the windows. It's crazy. And being out here, believe me, being out in a spot and fishing, it can get pretty treacherous. These people some of them are pretty bitter. Some of them are very drunk. As a matter of fact, most people I know use fishing as an excuse to drink. Hey, let's go fishing. All right. The first thing they ask, hey, can you stop at the liquor store? For what? They sell the worms in the bottom of the tequila bottle. Okay. I lose a lot of sensitivity and stuff, a lot of my abilities if I'm even remotely inebriated and I'm trying to cast. This thing making as many RPMs as it does, you know, it's hard to be snaked up and unaware with that spool doing 10,000 RPMs and you're drunk, so I don't believe in it. If you're going fishing, fish. If you're going drinking, drink. I want to take the time. If you stayed this long, the subs, I want to thank you so much. It's all because of you people that I'm actually out here today. The other day felt pretty good coming out here and, you know, getting some practice casts in. And I just wanted to show you, and this is only one of several reels that I've modified. I've taken some I've got some really beautiful stuff at home. I just can't get out to a spot where there's actual fish and fresh water. This is not fresh water. This is tidal. This is salt water. This is salt water. And I hate it. Normally you would hope that they had, fluke back in areas like this, weak fish. They don't. And there's tons, literally tons, hundreds and hundreds of tons of bait fish in this water. All from crabs to crustaceans, whatever insects live in here, little tiny needlefish that they eat, killies. Ton of food back in here, but I never see any big fish. I had some guy tell me that they catch, where's my hand? Catch straight bass somewhere in that area there, but right on the opposite side of that bridge, that water is about 2 feet deep, high tide. Fish kind of like that because when they're hunting, it limits the areas another fish can hide. I mean, you can only go so high up and so high down in 2 feet of water. Most of these big fish are over 24 inches, 2 feet, 24 inches. So the fish are literally as big as the water is deep. You just don't see them. And the tide is moving out. I can see that moving out there. You can see that moving out. So, that's going to be real nice. And then I have my Black Max. We'll see how things go. And I'll get my Black Max out, the Abu Garcia Black Max. Same mods on it, BSF, bait finesse system mods. Very, very nice. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. I'm very happy with all the ultralight bait casting equipment I had. Years ago, this stuff didn't exist. People always thought of bait casting equipment as, all heavy duty stuff used, offshore and to yank bass out of, weeds and tree limbs and stuff like that. And they were happy with that, which is cool. Except some people wanted to go really light. This has so many benefits. The fact that there's no line twist on here. The fact that the drags are infinitely better. That you got support on the spool on both ends. Your axle goes right through here. So your spool is being supported on both ends. Not on a spinning reel. Your spinning reels, the spool is only supported on one side. That's it. So they were very limited to what you could do with them. Really nice. Yeah. They figure everybody wants to hear their lousy music. And I'm real close to Philadelphia, so anytime one of these rascals from Philly wants to come over and shoot the area up, they're going to do it. Your eyes lose track of this line so easily when it's, in the water, because the colors of this line vary every couple feet. And it turns to red, to orange, to like a blue, green. So it blends in real well. Very happy with the way these turned out. Very grateful for my subs. Thanks. Thank you. Haven't seen anything from Johnny 50. Hopefully, he's got stuff on the roll. I see a lot of people's sites are carrying that video. I've been posting that video as often as I can, where Johnny's asking for help. He's helped plenty of people get noticed in the accountability community. He's helped plenty of people. So, Johnny 50, YouTube. If you get a chance, go over there. You're going to think twice about putting that link in here, because it just took 5-6 hours to upload that. And again, I'm no computer technician. And I'm no fisherman either, because I got no fish. But I fish better than I compute. So, if you said pick one, it'd be fishing. Okay, let's see. I give it one more click. We're going to go. One more click. Loosen it up. Still not complaining. Things still working. And when I get these home, like last night when I got my other stuff home, took it apart, washed it all off, get the salt off of it, wiped down everything with a microfiber, relubed the line, make sure it's in a place where it can all dry out and get plenty of ventilation. Salt water just ruins tackle. That's all there is to it. Salt water just ruins cheap tackle, right? Okay, I'm way ahead of you. But you could use cheap tackle in fresh water and not worry about it getting corroded like that. It'll last that much longer. Okay, we're going to go one more click. That's one more. Not quite halfway. Almost. Yeah, we do look like we're halfway. Okay, so we're halfway opened up now on this. Yeah, whew, just puts it right out there. Roughly the same distance, but it takes less effort to put it out there, the looser the mags are. Again, I really appreciate the subs, really do. Thank you. Thank you. What do we got up here? A couple of herons. That's almost completely cleaned off. So when I finally get these over to fresh water, hopefully I'll catch some crappie. I'll, see if I can't tease a bass out. I have little or no expectations of landing, either of the bass, smallmouth or largemouth. They got teeth like sandpaper, and that usually goes right through 4-pound test. I mean, it just saws it right up. Wow, that's almost completely empty. Here, next I'll cast this out, I'll show you what the spool is, the difference. I don't have the original stock spool with me, but you'll see what this one is like. So give it one more, less than half. Cast it. See, now, peeling all the line off of it. Now you can see how small and shallow that spool is. And that's the end of the line right there. That's it. So it's a very shallow spool, making it very, very lightweight. Now we'll click it, wind it. We'll keep a little bit of pressure on it, a little bit of thumb pressure on the line. Reel it in, reel it in, reel it in. Yeah, trout, you can catch a fairly large trout on light tackle. As a matter of fact, fly tackle is definitely light tackle. For trout, it normally is. Oh, yeah. This thing's working just fine. Just fine. Oh, I'm glad you could be around. Thank you again for the support, folks. And we will end it right here. Maybe I'll run in and to the little store a couple blocks away and grab something for dinner. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. Talk at yous later.